Chosen vessels, what's the deal? It's Druuill. I'm back at you again with another video. Shout out to the Galactic fam. Shout out to Drew Nation. Salute. And I need each and every chosen vessel to hit that like button, hit that share button, and don't forget to subscribe. All right, we just hit 3K. Shout out to all the subscribers. Shout out to all the team members out here. All right, we just hit 3K, and you know what we about to do. We about to take it to more for 4. So let's go. Let's talk about it. Whatever you accuse someone of is exactly what you're going to get from them. So choose peace. All right. Whatever you accuse someone of, this is tricky. All right. Because how the devil works is the devil is always trying to control your mind. He's always trying to use certain thoughts that you think to change your perception and how you view things. When you are thinking of someone and the first things that come to your mind is something negative, this person's trying to do that. This person's trying to do this against me. This person's trying to use me. This person's trying to do that. You got to let all that go. And you can retrain your mind to not think like that. And that's what you're going to have to do. You're going to have to retrain your mind to not assume negative things about people, especially people who have done you no harm. You're really going to have to ask God, like, God, please heal my discernment and help me with my discernment, because it may be some things that I'm dealing with from the past to where now I'm accusing other people of doing certain things that haven't done anything to me. So God, please remove that negative spirit. Please remove those spells, those curses, remove that witchcraft out of my life to where I view everyone as a potential enemy. And that is PTSD from gang stalking, from narcissism, from energy vampires, haters. But you also have discernment. So you have to be wise and realize some of those people are out in the world. There are people like that, but not everyone is like that. So that's why you have to ask God to heal your discernment. God, we ask you right now, all the viewers, including myself making this video, we ask you to heal our discernment. We've been through a lot. Allow our angels, our thoughts, allow our thoughts to be pure and to be righteous. Allow us to have a sound mind. Allow our thoughts to be your thoughts. God, allow our thoughts to be your thoughts. Everybody say right now, my thoughts are God's thoughts. My thoughts are God's thoughts. Allow us, God, to replace thoughts of confusion or thoughts of accusing people. Allow us to have thoughts of love for people, and let us not accuse strangers, because whatever we call out of people is what we're going to get from them. It's different when you notice something in someone, then you could just stay away. When you notice something in someone, when you see someone as something, it's different when you look for something in someone versus you seeing something in someone. If you see something in someone, you can choose to love them from a distance and still look for the better in them. But what you don't do is be a fool and keep yourself in the same keep them close to you, keep yourself in the same proximity as them, hoping and wishing for them to change. You have to distance yourself for you not to be affected during their process of growth. All right, you don't want to be affected negatively by their growth process. God gives everybody chances to grow and fix themselves and change their life, but not at our expense, not at your expense. That's why they created things like no contact. And that's why you're not supposed to feel guilty about when you go no contact with people. When you go no contact with people, it's for your own benefit. When you stop talking to someone, it's probably because that person is trying to bring negativity into your life. You don't deserve that. But other people who haven't done you any harm, they don't deserve to be accused for something they haven't done. So it's tricky. That's why you have to constantly talk to God and constantly pray to God. Ask him to remove fear. and ask him to help you have a mind to where you don't accuse people of doing things that harmed you, like the people who may have done in your past. It gets tricky, but you have to discipline your mind, and you have to take control of your mind to untrick your mind. You have to trick your mind to untrick your mind. You have to trick yourself, basically not tricking, but reprogramming your mind. All right. You have to reprogram your mind to not think in a way that's destructive to you because of what people have done and because of things that may have happened. You may now be on full accusation mode, looking for a fault, looking for a wrong, looking for something negative or bad in anyone and everyone that you see. But the evils that be, the evil powers that be, the negative powers that be, the devil used them to do that to you. People causing you to now look at the world negatively. There's some people who don't want you to have that. They don't want you to take that happy spirit out into the world. They don't want you to take that peaceful, caring, loving, giving spirit out into the world because they saw that you had that. So what did they have to do? They had to paint a picture of negativity for you and bleakness, and they had to get your attention and get your focus on everything negative in the world, so that way you wouldn't be able to focus on anything positive in the world. There's obviously duality. There's obviously good and there's obviously bad. All right. I know that there's no such thing as good or bad and thinking makes it so, but there are some things that are not, there are some things that are not beneficial to people. There are some things that are not good to people. The things that happen to you or things that happen, yes, it's not good to see them as bad, because where there is no judgment, there is no suffering, and where there is an opinion, where there is no opinion, there is no suffering. But that stands for not looking. All right. Even if you see bad in somebody, don't judge them and call them bad. All right. Just make sure that you stay away from them, because if you judge them, you're going to get whatever it is that they have to give. You're going to get that negativity out of them. You're going to get that evil out of them. So it's best to just have no opinion and just stay where you are. If somebody isn't the way you would want them to be, just leave them alone. Don't have no opinion on it. All right. Don't have no judgment towards them. Just keep your peace. And you keep your peace by just staying to yourself. You keep your peace by just allowing them to grow at a distance. You may notice some things, you may see some things, but you're not looking for it. So there's a difference. You're not calling anything out of anyone. So there's a difference. You may see something in someone, but don't judge them for it. Don't be judgmental. When you judge them, you're putting yourself in line to receive what you're judging them for. Oh, that person is just bad, and this person is that, this person is this. You're putting yourself in line to receive that from them. Only if you're using your experience to teach or to help or to gain knowledge or wisdom from. All right. Other than that, you want to leave it alone, and you don't want to bring it back up. You don't want to uh, accuse people, or you don't want to even think about the things that have happened to you in your past. You want to be able to let them go, and you don't want to bring that energy into a new relationship. You don't want to bring that energy to a new job. You don't want to bring that energy to your new friends and family, the people who are helping you out. Somebody's there to help you. You don't want to feel towards them like you felt towards the people who were doing you dirty. And sometimes unconsciously you can't help it, because so many people have done you wrong that it's like a dog when it's been beat by its owner. The next owner is going to have to deal with that pet in a certain way and show that pet a certain amount of love until that pet trusts the owner. But we're only supposed, but you have to look at it like this: God is your owner. All right, because Jesus said the only person that we're supposed to really trust is God. So all you have to do is just keep working on your mind and have good thoughts towards people and have no judgments towards them. Don't judge people, right? Have no judgments towards them, and don't accuse people. Because when you accuse someone, they're going to be able to pick up on how you feel about them. All right. And they're not going to like that. And also, your thoughts are going to be manifested in them. All right, whatever you accuse people, their actions are going to, your thoughts are going to become manifest in their actions. So you have to be careful about what you call out of people and how you judge people and how you accuse them. All right. If you think somebody is going to do you dirty, they will. If you think somebody is going to be out to get you, they will. All right. If you see that in people, do your best to just not have to interact with them and stay away from them. But don't be judgmental and don't accuse them of anything. And when you meet new people and you go to new places, don't accuse them. All right, because whatever you accuse them of, that's what you're going to get. Say you go to a new area, you just moved to a new place. If you think that because certain people are there, or the area looks a certain way, or because of what happened to you at the last area you were at, if you think that the same people from the last place are going to be like the same people in the new place, those are the same exact people you're going to meet and interact with. Your mind is going to draw all those same people, types of people to you, like you had to deal with at the last spot. And you're gonna see all types of things in people that you wouldn't normally see if you didn't think that way. When you stop accusing people, it opens up your mind for love. It opens up your heart, your spirit, your deeper regions of your mind to have love for people. When you have love for people, you have a whole different experience. All right. When you let go of the fear of what may happen, of who may be out to get you, or who you don't have to feel like that. All right. You don't have to feel suspicious of everybody. And like I said, it's like a pet. When a pet is abused, it's not going to trust people. It's going to be suspicious of people. See, you don't have to trust people to not be suspicious of them. All right, you give your trust to God. Right, you're not a dog, you're not a pet. Give your trust to God. All right, that's the only person that you trust is God. But still, you don't have to be suspicious of people, especially if they're coming into your life and trying to help you. That's the worst feeling in the world, to meet someone new, and because of your past experiences, you're judging this person and expecting and accusing this person of doing and being like the people from your past. It's a hard pill to swallow, all right? But you have to regain control over your mind. There were people who tried to paint a bad picture for you. There are people who saw that you had a lot of good qualities, and they saw that you were going to be interacting with people, and they saw that they saw basically the normal things that humans need and that people need, and they tried to strip that away from you because you were better than them, and you were going to have better opportunities and better experiences, and be able to deal with people on a higher level than they did. So what did they do? They tried to paint a negative outlook for you in your life. They abused you and treated you in a certain way to where now you think everybody out in the world is negative. And that's a dangerous way to be and to think when you think everyone is out to get you, because that's why they do. The people from your past have played a sick, twisted game on you, and the devil used them to do it because God knew that you were going to be influential and great and have to speak to people and deal with people. So now you have to work on your mind to where you're not afraid of people. You have to work on your mind to where you don't fear people for doing you harm and dirty, because that's what's keeping you to yourself. That's what's keeping you in that bubble. Nothing wrong with being an introvert. You should be who you were created to be. Being an introvert, that's okay. You don't have to talk to everybody. You don't got to be friends with everybody. But you're not supposed to accuse and be suspicious of everyone either, because that's unhealthy for you. Now you're going around thinking that everybody may be out to do something to you. You got the suspicious style. You got the suspicious swag. You're like, is he all right? You are all right. Ask God to heal your discernment. You have discernment. You've been praying to God for discernment. You've been asking Him to sharpen your discernment, your wit, your skills, your talents. Ask God to heal you of the PTSD. Ask God to heal you from those post-traumatic experiences. Ask God to heal you from that trauma. All right, because until you do, the experiences that you have with people are going to suffer. Your relationships are going to suffer. Imagine finding someone that God sent you into your life to help you, but your mind is not there yet, willing to accept the help. This person's trying to help you, but you think they're out to get you. And I'm not saying people aren't trying to help you and out to get you at the same time. That's very plausible. That's very reasonable. Some things like that can happen, but it's not everybody. Not everybody out there to do you in. Not everybody out there to do you dirty. You may experience some dirt from people that were real close to you, which changed your perception on things, but not everyone is like that. There's a lot of good people out here in this world, and you're meant to meet them. You're meant to be with them. You're meant to do business with them. You're meant to be in the same room as them and not be afraid and not be thinking harmful thoughts. You have the right to be happy. You have the right to think excuse me. You have the right to think positively. You have the right to think a pure thought, a healthy thought, a good thought. You have the right to look out into the world and find things that you like and find positive things instead of having a mind that only seeks out and looks for what's wrong and what's negative and what's bad and who's bad. All right, and who's bad. You shouldn't be doing that. If your mind is constantly looking at, if your mind is constantly attracting negative things, negative experiences, and negative people, your mind is a magnet. You have to stop magnetizing yourself for negative experiences, negative things, negativity, and negative people. All right, you have to rewire your thought process and you have to reprogram your mind. You have to change your brain. You got to get rid of the stinking thinking because that's what's holding you back. That's what's stopping you from getting forward in life. All right, there are people who God wants to send in your life, but until you work on your mind, you won't be ready because you're going to be suspicious of them and you're going to be thinking that people are out to do you dirt and do you wrong when that's not the case because not everybody is like that. There are some people out there that actually have real, genuine love for you, that want to see you grow, that want to see you prosper, that want to see you win, that want to see you become successful. I just want to be, I just want to be successful. There's people out there who actually are rooting for you. Yes, there's haters. Yes, there's narcissists. There's energy vampires. There's all those evil things out there in the world. But if you make that your main focal point, if you make that your main focus, you're going to be stuck in a perpetual loop of negativity. And that's what they want for you. They want you to be stuck in that perpetual loop of negativity. They want you to be constantly not elevating and getting to the next level like you're supposed to be. You're supposed to be elevating and getting to the next level, and they want to hold you back from that. They know that you have certain gifts and certain talents, but they wanted you to be judgmental. They wanted you to accuse people. They wanted you to be looking for negativity in them and bad in them. They had to corrupt your mind to slow you down, to stop you from meeting all those lovely ladies, to stop you from meeting all those gentlemen. They had to stop you. They had to make you think it was something wrong with you. They had to do that to you because they wanted to stop you. They didn't want you to reach that certain level of success, right? And you need the type of people that are attached to your success are the types of people that you need to be working with, doing business with, all right? And they knew that you like that people know that you need people. And if you look at people from a negative point of view, if you look at people with hate, if you look at people with suspicion, people aren't going to want to deal with you. You're not going to want to deal with people. You're not going to have your dream manifest. You're not going to be able to help anyone, and no one's going to be able to help you. So what you have to do is ask God to heal your discernment. You have to ask God to heal your discernment. You have to ask him to make you whole again. You have to ask him to heal you of the PTSD, the traumatic experiences, the trauma bonds. Ask him to heal you of all the fakeness, all the fake activity, all the fake love, all the fake people, all the gaslighting. These are things that destroy your mind. The fact that you survived this is incredible. You deserve a pat on the back. The fact that you survived gaslighting and gang stalking and narcissism, you deserve a pat on the back. You've been dealing with that stuff since a child, the gaslighting and the narcissism. You're an empath. You're chosen. You went through these things. You know what I'm talking about. You experienced all of this. So, and you still, within all that, God blessed you enough to have your sanity and to let you know that there's still more out of life for you. You still deserve more. You're still worthy of more. You just had to change your mind and get your mind in gear and you had to change your mind and get it in alignment with the things that you desired. All right. You can't become successful if you think other people are out to get you. You can't become successful if you are constantly thinking people are going to do you dirt. You're gonna put out the energy of somebody doing you dirty, and guess what? That energy is going to come back to you in the form of somebody doing you dirty. And it's all because of your past experiences. It's a lot of things that you have to let go and move on from. You got to heal yourself from these things. Feel the traumatic experience, feel the pain. Don't sweep it under the rug. Don't take any substance to cover it. Don't try to make yourself feel better to get over it. Deal with it. Ask yourself, why do I feel like this? Tell yourself it's okay that you went through that. Tell yourself that you're going to get over that. Replace those negative feelings with better ones. You have to go deep within yourself, forgive the person, let go of the negative energy, and ask God to heal you. Give the hurt to God, give the pain to God, give the frustration and the stress and the strain to God. So that way you could be whole, you could be remade, you could be made over again. All right, that way you could be the person who you were meant to be, that businesswoman that you were meant to be, that businessman that you were meant to be. But when you accuse, whatever you accuse someone of is exactly what you get out of them. Say you meet some new people and you're suspicious of them and you think they're going to cheat you. They could be good people, but because that's what you're putting in your mind will create that reality. Just like your mind created the reality to meet them, you have to have your mind as right as it could be. Because if you're creating realities to meet people, if you're able to manifest that, but your mind isn't as right as it could be, if you're not thinking right thoughts about them and the situation and the business partnership, it's all going to crumble and fall apart. That's why to him who hath it shall be given, and to him who hath but does not have it shall be taken away. If you don't have certain things in your mind, if you don't take grasp of new thoughts and new ways of thinking to reshape your world, your reality, and your perception, you're going to be stuck in the area where the devil and his demons, his minions, want to keep you stuck in. The constant loop of negativity, of thinking people are out to get you, thinking that nobody's no good, thinking that people want to do you in, do you harm. If you keep thinking like that, you're going to keep attracting those people. All right, you gotta break the mental chain of thinking that everybody is a bad person. You may have dealt with a lot of bad people. You may have been dealt a few bad hands. All right, but as long as you have the right mindset and as long as you're able to have the right idea about yourself, you're gonna win. And how do you have the right mindset? How do you have the right idea about yourself? By going within your mind, going within yourself, healing, fixing the things that you feel negatively about, praying to God about them, and seeing yourself as the one who's already healed, seeing yourself as the one who's already made the change. So if you're dealing with accusing people because you had PTSD, if you're dealing with stress because people did you dirty, you had fake friends. All right, people were your friends and got close to you just so they could learn about you and talk about you behind closed doors, just so you could be the topic of discussion. You could be the butt of their jokes when you're not in their presence. People wanted to get close to you to find things out about you so they could destroy you. People faked being your friend so they could get intel and tell everyone at the job about you. People faked being your friend so they could tell everybody at the job you're crazy. So now because they are a criminal, or because they beat women, or because they touched somebody, or because they did something they had no business doing, now they want you to look like a bad person. All right, because this person got a bad rep. Now they want to get information on you and make you look like the bad person because this person got some negative things going on in their life. Everybody looks at them bad. They want you to be looked at as bad. Or somebody that you were in a relationship with, they didn't treat you right. They treated you bad. They lied to you. They love bombed you. They told you you were the one and only. And now because you believe them and you put your faith and trust in them. Now you have you don't trust people when you get into relationships. All right, it's all about how you change your mind and how you want to view things. You want to view things from a point of view that's going to help you change your life. You want to view things from a point of view that's going to help you get to the next level. But if you keep thinking the same way, you won't be able to get there. If you keep thinking the same thoughts that hold you back and that hold you down, you won't be able to get there. Just because people did you wrong in your past, just because she was jealous of you because all the co-workers liked you, doesn't mean everybody's going to be jealous of you. There are people out there that like you. You have to tell yourself that people like me. There are so many people that hate on us, right? There's so many people that don't want us to win. We fall in the trap sometimes of thinking that nobody don't like us, that nobody's any good, that everybody hates us. Well, there are some people out there that don't like you. There are some people out there that hate you. There are some people that want to slander your name because their life is so terrible and everybody knows their business, that they want you to be in the same category. I got to get some dirt on him so that way people won't look at him better than me. I got to get some dirt on her so that way people won't look at her better than me. You got to forgive yourself for allowing what they did to bother you. You got to forgive yourself for allowing yourself to be treated like that. You had no business being treated like that, but you probably had no power over it. All right. You probably had no power over the situation for people to talk to you a certain way, train you up to think a certain way, make you think that everything is bad and everything is negative. People can see when you're going to be successful before you can. So what they'll do is they'll try to ruin your life by by giving you a negative point of view and a negative perception on things. So now you go out into the world, instead of thinking everything is all good like you should, now you think everything is all bad, which makes you sad. They saw that you were going to have a good life. They saw that you were going to be successful. They saw that you were going to be dealing with people and dealing with businesses and partnerships and getting promotions and having all these blessings. But they wanted to change your perception because they knew if they could get in your mind, and even though you have the energy to become successful and great and have good things, if they could get you to think the opposite of that, if they could get you to think about negative people and get you focused on all the bad things instead of focused on yourself and all the good things in your life, they knew they could trap you in a dimension and in a negative paradigm, until one day you woke up and you realized that the thoughts you were thinking weren't serving you because they weren't attracting you the right people into your life, the right opportunities into your life, the right money into your life, the right business partnerships into your life, the right interactions into your life. Your mind plays a huge part into creating your reality just based off what you think. So what you need to do is you need to take hold of your mind, take control of your mind, and control your thoughts. What are you thinking for these negative experiences to keep happening? What are you thinking for you to keep feeling bad about people who do things to you or who treat you bad? People could be whoever they want to be, as long as they don't do it near you and they're away from you. All right, so what you need to do is don't be judgmental of people. Let go of your past. Don't accuse people, right? And make sure that you're filled with love. Make sure you focus on God's love. Make sure you have love for other individuals, even the people who did you dirty. Let go of the resentment. Let go of your pain. Let go of your past trauma. Let go of your past negative experiences, so that way you could get new things in your life. That way you could have new wonderful experiences in your life. That way, instead of looking out in the world like you have a world mind, like all you do is watch the news 24/7. This isn't right. That's wrong. People are broke. Money is falling. America's falling. The sky is falling. It's nothing wrong with being truthful and being honest and paying attention to reality, as long as you're not creating that same reality for yourself. Whatever you become fascinated with, that's what you attract into your life. Whatever you feed into your mind, that's what you're going to have in your life. Those exact experiences. You are what you feed your mind, and you bring into your life whatever you become fascinated with. Unfortunately, some people have tricked you to become fascinated with the negative things in life, got you always looking for a fight, got you always looking to get into it with somebody, got you always looking for somebody that's trying to get into it with you. That's not a positive mind. That's a mind that'll set you up for failure and destruction, not a mind that is a winning mindset that will lead you to success and the best life you ever could have thought or imagined yourself to have. I'd like to thank everybody for watching this video. Don't need to make it any longer than this. Shout out to the Chosen Vessels. Shout out to the Galactic Fam. And salute to Drew Nation. Everybody hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and don't forget to share this video, routine maintenance. All right, I'll see all you healthy-minded individuals, all you sound-minded individuals, all right, all you fearless people in the next video. All right, so remember, don't accuse. Just because it happened doesn't mean they're trying to do it to you. And whatever you see in somebody, don't judge them for it. Don't call them out for it, especially if they haven't done it to you yet. I'll see you all in the next video. Peace.